You unlock the prism door with the key of consciousness and imagination. Beyond it lies another dimension, a dimension of sound, a dimension of sight, a dimension of mind. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas, a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. As it begins to Lyranize your perception of awareness, you awaken to the fact that you have just crossed over into the Lyran Zone with the Looney Lyran. Hey, star babies, it's the Looney Lyran, just in from another wild journey through the cosmos, stopping in to share some love with and help Lyranize my Earth-based star goddess sisters and star broskies. At this never beginning nor ending now moment in time, of course, on the Lyran Zone, I, the Looney Lyran, is going to discuss some brief history of the Lyrans and how they might relate to Earth and the Pleiades. On a quick cosmic side note, the Earth band and Pleiadian contactees that you know of as Pink Floyd use as their legal logo, the crystal interdimensional merkaba sphere that is the prism of Lyra, the birthplace of humanity in our galaxy. Let the Looney Lyran start off by saying, though, this is by no stretch of the imagination the entire story, but hopefully it will help enough and be enough information for you to be able to begin resonating, possibly even thinking and looking in other directions. Perhaps then before the beginnings of humanoid consciousness begin in the area you call the constellation of Lyra. Eventually the consciousness took boldly form in terms of humanoid beings, and within the Lyran civilization began exploding in all directions, various and vast civilizations throughout. They begin polarizing themselves, as this is a natural template of your reality. For having a polarized reality stirs you to achieve integration. You had also the Lyran light-skinned and vegan dark-skinned humanoids. You had then what we call the Lyran civilizations, which were generally speaking humanoids like you, usually a Caucasian type. The other foundational civilization was from the system Vega. There is a star Vega in your Lyran constellation. In terms of light years, it's much closer to you than Lyra, but they regard themselves as part of the Lyran system. The Vegan civilizations are also a certain genetic strain, a less Caucasian type. Still humanoid, they are more representative of the darker-skinned races on your planet, from Native American to East Indian and Aborigine. Some of the specific African races on your planet were specifically engineered for Earth, so you may not find that exact type out there. These two polarities begin the explosion of humanoid civilizations outward into the galaxy until eventually you get to Earth. The Pleiadians are from a star cluster called the Pleiades. This star system is a small cluster of 7 stars located in the constellation of Taurus, the Bull. It is 500 light years from the planet Earth. They are a humanoid race who visits Earth often, and whom we share a common ancestry with. The Lyrans from Lyra are our common ancestors. You have, of course, the 7 stars in the Pleiadian star system. You've got Tegeta, Maya, Kola, Atlas, Merope, Electra, and Alcyone. Because of many wars in Lyra, especially the war of 1 billion years ago with the Orion Empire, many peaceful Lyrans left on their spacecraft and traveled for many years till they came upon the star cluster known as the Seven Sisters. They landed on a planet called Era, which is located around the Pleiades star Tegeta. Here is where they started the new civilization in what is estimated in your Earth linear illusionary time as 228,000 BC. The Pleiadians are a very ancient race of humanoids. They have kept a record of the complete history of Earth's human evolution. From the beginning to our present time, Pleiadians claim our Earth is 626 billion years old. Around 225,000 BC, the Pleiadians discovered a small sun system with a planet called Earth on one of their scouting missions away from the Pleiades. They discovered Earth. 3 groups of uncivilized civilizations live in there. Sorry, the Looney Lyran can be a little bit human at times too, because the Looney Lyran is Lyran human. The larger of these groups were light-skinned and were of Lyrian descent. The Lyrans landed on Earth early and were forced to stay on Earth and enter into an incarnational cycle because of their ill treatment of original brown-skinned natives. This became their karma. Sounds familiar? At this time, the Pleiadians decided to stay and create societies on Earth. The Galactic Federation allowed the Pleiadians to enter into an international or an incarnational cycle. Again, the Looney Lyran can be Earth human at times too, but they entered into an incarnational cycle with humans on Earth. These places designed for them to do this were Bali, Hawaii, Samoa, and India. Civilizations came and went on Earth with many wars, peaceful cycles, as well as natural disasters. Between 196,000 BC and 1080, the Pleiadians stayed with humans on Earth until 1080, trying to develop various civilizations such as Atlantis, Lemuria, Maya, Inca, and a civilization at Machu Picchu. They were also trying to guide humans toward a more spiritual path. Now, star babies, I've just got to tell you that that's just the Looney Lyran's wise consciousness, awareness, source flow, understanding, perception of the subject at hand. And in an infinite, multidimensional, endless parallel reality universe, you or others may experience it differently. Nevertheless, the Looney Lyran is so grateful that you could let your perception of awareness, consciousness dial up, tune into, and let yourself be Lyranized in the Lyran Zone. The Looney Lyran must go now, star babies, as his crystal light merkaba, known as the Looney Dooney, awaits him for further cosmic travels and adventures. Mwah.